eco-friendly, economical, self-reliant. When we are thinking that waste has to be managed, we should think that what is our capacity for doing it. I think that we got the point. When a person having a capacity to purchase 3 or 4 kilos of food materials in a house and he is wasting half a kilo of it, and if he is going to spend a high amount for disposing that half a kilo waste, it is not affordable to him. Naturally, he will find out a method affordable to him that will be throwing out. So instead of that, what we suggest is it should be affordable to the individuals at their source so that it will not pollute the atmosphere. Some of the people used to say that when we are introducing these bio bins or biodigester bins or biopods, better we can have some 4.5 lakhs rupees or 5 lakhs rupees machines for the apartments, very compact and all these things. They are utilizing the power for that. The machines will work with the power. My thinking is why the machines are required for this biodegradable waste management. Because all the biodegradable items are not made or produced by the machines. It is produced by this nature. Nature is very kind enough to take even my body if it is not useful to the, if my life is over. So then why we cannot give back to the nature itself if it is ready to take the responsibility of taking it back. So that the expense it should be economical, it should be eco-friendly, so that then it will be self-sustainable. Food waste, vegetable waste, newspapers, even newspapers are a natural item. Even if it is some industrial applications are done by printing on that carbons are coming. There is little promising and all these things. Even then, that also will get digested. Used vegetables, garden agriculture, and these vegetables can be used. Vegetables can be used as a fuel when we are making the gas. Take the gas after that, the slurry of the biogas also we can take it as an organic manure. Now, non-biodegradable waste, you can keep it in a colorful. That we are given a color code. Why this color code has given green, yellow, and red? This color yellow, instead of yellow, you can have that white color also, no problem. But universally agree that this principle is for biodegradable green color. Hello? Hello?
Sir, continue, please. Please continue.
Okay. So yellow color buckets or white color bucket, you can see that color code should be maintained, that's all. Hazardous always will be represented for the red bucket. It can be utilized for red bucket. There's used syringes, chemicals, paint, tube lights, CFL lamps, used cells, all these things are industrially made items. It has to go back to the industry. Then the local cell, with the help of local cell government, has to be transferred to the industry. That's the method by which we can say. So eco-friendly disposal is a must, whereas the biodegradable we can do ourselves, and recyclable materials that can be forwarded to the factories for doing it, and hazardous waste, it can be with the help of the local cell governments. We have to send it for secured landfilling. That is the only method by eco-friendly we can handle the waste. Now I'll show you the method we have adopted, how it is practicing in the apartment complexes. That your food waste you can have in the green bucket, and there is a yellow bucket, you can have all plastic and all items. Even the coconut shells can be kept in the yellow bucket so that it can be transferred. It is not that degradable that fast. Certain hard materials that you can keep it separately, even it is biodegradable. It can be used as a fuel. That's why it is kept in the yellow bucket. And it is keeping outside the apartment complex. This practice started in 2007. And people are coming. Then see, we should give the dignity to the people who are handling the waste. Instead of that, whenever we are giving our rejections, somebody is there to help us to take the rejections. We should give them the dignity. Now, Harida Dharma Sena, the government has given a very good name. They are the doctors of this. They are the nurses of it, and they are not the waste carrying people. They are the people who are giving the service to us. that dignity should be given to them. They are collecting it through the lift. They are bringing it out. They are transferring to the, this is the condition. This is not mixed. Sometimes there are chances that the strips of tablets or something may fall, but it can be removed at the end. They are bringing it in on a net on the terrace top. They are keeping it, and it will be checked whether anything is fallen. They will be checking it like this, and if any water is there, that also will go out in the. After that, they are putting in the bio bins. Once it is in the bio bins, that will be decomposed very fast, and some bioculture can be spread. Suppose these cooked materials, cooked food items, there may not be any bacteria inside. If the jackfruits and all these things, what you are seeing in that, naturally there will be bacteria in that, but certain bacteria may not be there. There are several bacteria which is helping this nitrogen fixing bacteria, sulfide fixing bacteria. Like that, there are like consortium of bacteria we can culture and keep in a liquid and spray on top of it so that it fasten. The composting process, threats of composting process is, one, the water should be less. Water, you can see that when you are putting a biodegradable items in the hot sun, that time there will not be, it will not bring and give you any smell. But if this water is more inside than the rainy season, such materials will give you a smell. The reason is hydrogen will join with the nitrogen particles in that, and it will come as ammonia NH3. When NH3 is coming, it will be having a pungent smell. When the sulfide inside that, it is joining with the hydrogen and coming up. Hydrogen is a lightweight material, so that lightweight gas. So what is happening is, the H2S will be forming. Hydrogen sulfide will be forming, that will rotten smell. So the gas, when it is forming, you can just, you will have to stick. And the reason, ഒരു കാര്യം മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, ആ ഗ്യാസ് ഫോർമേഷന് വെള്ളത്തിന്റെ അംശം അതിനകത്ത് കൂടുതലുണ്ട്. സോ ജലാംശം കുറഞ്ഞ അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിൽ അയറോബിക് മൈക്രോബിയൽ കമ്പോസ്റ്റിംഗ് പോസിബിൾ ആണ്. പക്ഷെ അതിനകത്ത് കുറച്ച് ദിവസം കഴിയുമ്പോഴേക്കും ചിലപ്പോൾ വേംസ് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യും. ഞങ്ങള് when we started this composting process, people seeing the worms, some of the people are telling that the bacteria which you are applying is converting to worms. That type of talks also was there. It is not like that. Worms eggs are always there. If എലി കത്ത് കിടന്നാൽ നമ്മൾ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കുറച്ച് ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അതിന്റെ പുഴു കാണാൻ പറ്റും. നമ്മുടെ ശരീരം തന്നെ മറവി ഏരിയയിൽ കുറച്ച് ദിവസം കണ്ട് തുറന്നു നോക്കിയാൽ അതിന്റെ പുഴു കാണാൻ പറ്റും. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവിധ ഇൻസെക്ട്സിന്റെയും പ്രാണികളുടെയും മുട്ടകള്, അതിന്റെ എഗ്സ് ഈ പറയുന്ന നമ്മളിടുന്ന വേസ്റ്റിനകത്ത് ഉണ്ടാകാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. അതിനെ പ്രൂൺ ചെയ്യാൻ, അതിന് വിടരാനായിട്ടുള്ള ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് അത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ there is a method by which we are giving a pile turning process. Pile turning process ന്റെ ആവശ്യം എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, ഒന്ന്, the bacteria which we are applying or bacteria which already there in the waste, that will the heat will generate inside the waste and the bacteria will die. It will get affected after 80 degrees centigrade. Upon that, we will have to keep it, the compost material on top of it. After some days, we can see this. The temperature goes up inside there. The temperature goes up to 80 degrees centigrade. What is our experience when we are doing it this? So that we will do the pile turning every day. So that what is happening is the temperature will reduce. Again, it will get mixed. Bacteria will be very active. The nature of these bacteria, aerobic bacteria are like this. In the atmospheric temperature, 30 degrees or something like that, it will work. If the minus degrees temperatures, it will not work. That is why when you are keeping your biodegradable materials in the fridges, in your fridge, freezers, it will not get decayed. That's why when the temperature goes up in an atmosphere, that the decaying, instead of decaying, it goes decomposing, it is happening. There are only two methods by which a biodegradable item goes back to its original stage. That is either decaying or decomposing. When it is decaying, nitrogen, sulfide and all these things, it goes to the atmosphere. A carbon particle also will go to the atmosphere as methane. But if you are not permitting it for decaying, what is happening? That will be fixing. And it will join in with the sand or mud, and in that point, and it will be, the plants can suck it as a organic manure. So that nutrients will go to the plant and you will get it back. So any doubts, sir? Anybody can ask. about the processing. Hello. Hello. Any doubts, sir? Anybody can ask. Because in the I am talking about the processing. If I go continuously, just like a speech, it will be being a seminar.
Hello.
Hello.
So one question from Shiny DS. Shiny, louder, please. Yeah. Louder, please.
What sound I can hear, but the person who is asking the question, I can't hear him.
Hello, sir. Is it audible now?
Yes, now audible.
Sir, how's this bin is different from the Tumbormuri model, which is now almost in Alleppey district? It's also aerobic composting. So how this aerobin is different from Tumbormuri model?
It's like this. Aerobins in Alleppey, that is what is called a Thiruvananthapuram model or something like that. That means it is the chances of turning the pile is very less in that. That's why when you are doing my experience when I talk to those people, chicken waste or food waste, this fish waste or something like that, if you are going on adding in that the insects, the worms will develop inside that, they will create problems. So that they are adding more dry leaves in that. They have to add some sawdust in that. So from Technopark, where we are doing the waste management, even in our vehicle, we are transporting them, we are providing them this dry leaves for avoiding all these problems. When that is in that there is specific type of waste it can be done.
Okay.
That is dry leaves and vegetable waste and all these things can be done. When you are adding more of this type of water content waste, the worms will come out from that and it becomes disturbed. That's the only problem. Otherwise, it's this aerobic system only.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other question related to the talk so far done?
Sir, it was a very interesting talk. Myself, Salom, and already I visited your site. Really, it is very interesting. I'd like to ask if you have developed any microbial cultures for odor control, because there are specialized microbes for controlling the odor causing compounds. So,
yes, madam, this odor is coming. Just like as I told you, nitrogen, when it is joining with hydrogen, NH3 forming, that is the one odor that is pungent smell. Sulfide, when it is joining hydrogen, it is joining sulfide. That in the bacteria, what we are giving, we are spraying sulfide fixing bacteria and nitrogen fixing bacteria. All the bacteria, near about 16 types of bacteria is in a consortium, and it is in the carbon liquid. It is stored. As you know, that the coal mines, what I learned is, I am not an expert in this microbiology, but the microbiological experts are telling that in the coal mines, these bacteria are very much in high conditions, high density is there, because it is in the carbon. In the carbon, microbes will sleep in the sleeping sedation conditions. So that this culture what we are supplying is also in an organic carbon solution. It is kept, and the 16 types of bacteria are already there. It will be active whenever there is it is applying to a organic material. So it can fix the nitrogen sulfide, and it can prevent the all nutrients, all molecules, all type of such molecules to join with this hydrogen to create a odor. And the only thing, you will have to reduce the water content in that. Whenever we are applying to that material inside the bins, the water content should be less. Then it is okay. And the pile turning should be there. Heat will generate and the water will be evaporated.
okay, sir. Thank you.
My dear participants, actually, Josar is actually best practicing waste processing manager. He has a company in Technopark, as I mentioned earlier. There are nearly 260 companies are there in Technopark. The entire waste generated in Technopark is actually coming to their high-tech biofertilizer company. they are processing this waste. The whatever photographs or slides you have seen here right now, the one which is shown here, it is from his company. Here there a lot of workers are there. They are actually collecting the waste from the various Technopark companies, and it is coming there over there, and then it is segregating, processing. So all these things are from his own factory, not from outside. So he's really a practicing waste processing manager, and so you can get a lot of information from him, because when we take Kerala for example, depending upon the geographic condition, climatic condition, Kerala, we cannot copy a waste processing technique from other country. So we have to develop our own most suitable eco-friendly technique. That is why he is practicing a typical type of waste managing program in Technopark. Not only in Technopark, even in Cochin, various apartments he has been doing this one. In flat system also he has been doing. Nearly 300 to 400 employees are actually getting benefited from his activities, from his this particular managerial position. So you can ask questions related to all these things because you will get a clear solution. What type of waste management process we have to adopt in Kerala? We cannot copy it. Even if you take away various parts of India, even North India, what we follow, it cannot be followed here. So depending upon the typical population, all these things, we can choose. So one question from one student participant is, for dried leaves, composting is it necessary to add soil into it as a layer to speed up the composting? Sir, you can see one question in the chat box. For dried leaves, composting, is it necessary to add soil into it as a layer to speed up composting process?
Yes, again, the dry leaves, when you are putting inside that as a heap, you can add either soil or you can add this compost on top of it. So once you are adding the compost on top of it, this or dry leaves on top of this, mud on top of it, naturally it will have this, it will get faster. The composting will be very faster, because in the mud there is bacterial content. In the mud there is bacterial content, so that it will get faster.
One or two questions I will ask for the participants. One is actually, if you take Kerala, you have shown some of the waste management technique, particularly for biodegradable waste. It is the most eco-friendly and sustainable waste management technique for biodegradable waste management in Kerala at the domestic level. I think this particular photograph, which you already mentioned, I'm not sure whether you mentioned. So, is it the bio-bin compost method, or can we switch over to some other techniques like why we are not adopting landfill sites in Kerala? Can you add something into that one? It will be useful for the students who participate in this program. Why we are not adopting landfill site in Kerala? Why we are not adopting any incineration process in Kerala? Why we are actually preferring bio-compost method to generate compost?
Sir, this is the pot system. Anybody can do it in their own house. What I am showing is, say, biopot system. This is made by the pot maker. നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലുള്ള കൊച്ചവന്മാര് കുമ്പാരികള് അവരാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന പോട്ടത്. നമ്മളൊരു വീട്ടില് if we are purchasing this type of pot, only 2,500 rupees we will have to invest for this, along with the sprayer, compost, എല്ലാം കൂടി ചേർന്നിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് 2,500 rupees വരുള്ളൂ. അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോ ആ പണം പോകുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ കുമ്പാരികളുടെ കയ്യിലേക്കാണ്. ആൻഡ് തന്നെയല്ല, ഈ ചട്ടി ഏതെങ്കിലും കാലത്ത് പൊട്ടിപ്പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാലും ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ഗോയിങ് ടു പൊല്യൂട്ട് അഗൈൻ. ഇത് മഡിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് തന്നെ മാറിക്കോളും. അപ്പോ ഒരു ചോദ്യം ഉണ്ട് ഇപ്പൊ ഇത് കാണുമ്പോ, എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് കവർ വെച്ചേക്കണെന്ന്. അത് എപ്പോഴും എടുത്തു മാറ്റാനുള്ള സൗകര്യം സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക് ഈ കനം കുറഞ്ഞ സാധനമായതുകൊണ്ട് there is no other alternative. If you are keeping mud cover, അത് പൊട്ടിപ്പോകാനുള്ള സാധ്യത, കാലിലൊക്കെ വീഴും, കൈയിന്റെ കുഴ വേദന എടുക്കുന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടാണ് ആ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക്കിന്റെ ടോപ്പ് മാത്രം വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. അത് റീസൈക്ലബിൾ ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇതാണ് ഈ പോട്ട്. അതിനകത്ത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റും 2 പോട്ട് ഒന്നിന്റെ മേലിൽ വെക്കുന്നതാണ്. അതിനകത്ത് വയറ് കെട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇത് കയറ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ കെട്ടാം, അല്ലെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് കയറ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ കെട്ടാം. അതും റീസൈക്ലബിൾ സാധനമാണ്. അത് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അതിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഒരു പേപ്പർ വെച്ചിട്ട് കുറച്ച് കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് ആദ്യം ഇടുന്നു. സാർ നേരത്തെ ചോദിച്ചില്ലേ മണ്ണിട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കരിയില കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് ആവുമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ, സെയിം മണ്ണ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ അല്പം മണ്ണ് നല്ല വളക്കൂറുള്ള മണ്ണിട്ട് വെച്ചാൽ മതി. അതിട്ടാലും അതിന്റെ മുകളത്ത് നമ്മൾ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന ഈ വേസ്റ്റ് ഇടുന്നു. ബക്കറ്റിൽ വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് പച്ച ബക്കറ്റിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് വേസ്റ്റ് ഇടുന്നു. ആ വേസ്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാല് അതിനകത്ത് കുറച്ച് ബയോകൾച്ചറും തളിച്ചാൽ അതിന് എയറോബിക്, അതിന്റെ സൈഡിൽ കാണുന്ന ഹോളൊക്കെ നെറ്റ് വെച്ച് അടച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്, അവിടെ കൂടെയാണ് എയർ അകത്തേക്ക് കയറുക. എയറോബിക് മൈക്രോബിയൽ കമ്പോസ്റ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എയറിന്റെ പ്രാണവായുവിന്റെ സാന്നിധ്യത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്ന കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് എന്നാണ് അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം. വേറെ അനേറോബിക് സിസ്റ്റം, ബയോഗ്യാസ് പ്ലാന്റിൽ നടക്കുന്ന അനേറോബിക് ആണ്, പ്രാണവായുവിന്റെ അസാന്നിധ്യത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്ന അനേറോബിക് സിസ്റ്റം. ഇവിടെ ഇതിന്റെ കളർ മാറുന്നത് കണ്ടോ, ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് യെല്ലോയിഷ് കളർ, റെഡ്, ബ്ലാക്ക് ആയിട്ട് വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. ഡെയിലി നമ്മൾ ഇടുന്ന വേസ്റ്റ് അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പോലെ ബ്ലാക്ക് കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് മാറും. ഇത് നമുക്ക് ചെടികൾക്ക് ഇട്ട് കൊടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. ഇത്രയും സ്ഥലം മതി ഇത് വെക്കാനായിട്ട്. വീട്ടിൽ മഴ നനയാത്ത ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കോർണറിൽ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ തിരക്കില്ല. ഈവൻ പീപ്പിൾ ആർ കീപ്പിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് ഇൻ ദ കാർ പോർച്ച് ടു സീ ദറ്റ്. ഇത് നമ്മൾ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് ഷെഡിംഗ് മെഷീൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം തന്നെ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തതാണ്. അന്ന് ബീന മാഡം ആയിരുന്നു ഇവിടുത്തെ കളക്ടർ. മാഡം ഹസ് ഡൺ ഇറ്റ്. ആൻഡ് മനസ്സ് വെച്ചാൽ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് മാലിന്യം പഴങ്കഥ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് 27/6/2008 Now before 12 years we have introduced this. That is what you are seeing. This was the machine. The plastic shredded like this and stored, and we have utilized for the road tarring. This is the shredded piece of plastic. ഇതാണ് കൊച്ചിൻ കോർപ്പറേഷനിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തതാണ്. I have taken initiative for this. ഇതാണ് റോഡ് ടാർ ചെയ്തത്. റോഡ് ടാർ ചെയ്ത് ഇത് ആ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് നമ്മൾ ടൈൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കി. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ വെരി ഹാർഡ് ആൻഡ് ഗുഡ് ടൈൽ. ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഉണ്ടാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വെറുതെ മെറ്റൽ ചേർത്തിട്ട് മെൽറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് മിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇതുപോലെ ടൈലുകൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കാം, പവർമെന്റ് ടൈലൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. This is the first batch of people whom we have introduced in Trikagara. കുടുംബശ്രീയിലെ അംഗങ്ങളെ അവിടേക്ക് വിളിച്ചുകൂട്ടി ഞങ്ങള് അന്ന് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ആദ്യത്തെ ഹരിത കർമ്മ സേന എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ബാച്ചാണ്. ദാറ്റ് വാസ് ഇൻ 2003 ഈ പണി തുടങ്ങി. അതിനകത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും റൈറ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് സൈഡിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന മേരി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ലേഡി ആയിരുന്നു അവർക്ക് ലീഡർഷിപ്പ്. സ്റ്റിൽ ഷീ ഈസ് ഡൂയിങ് ഇറ്റ് in Le Meridian. She is given the അതിന്റെ റൈറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നത് നവാസ്, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഹെൽത്ത് ഇൻസ്പെക്ടർ ആയിരുന്നു. And it has been copied by State Mission and Government of Kerala. Now Harita Karma Sena is throughout Kerala. I am proud to tell that, sir, I am proud to tell that the government has copied it, and that is the main merit of it. We have shown the role models instead of preaching. Let us create role models. That was my thinking. It has done, and so many, near about 2,000 people, ladies like this, they are earning money out of it and they are having their livelihood. ഈ വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെന്റില് ഹൈ ലെവൽ മെഷീൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉപയോഗിക്കാതിരുന്നാൽ the benefit is poor people like this, they will get employment. And one experience I'll tell you, these people we have sent for collecting the materials to the apartment complexes. അവിടെ they created a relation between അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് ഈ വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെന്റ് അപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റുകളിൽ തന്നെ ബയോബിന്ന് വെച്ച് തുടങ്ങി കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ one lady has been deputed for 50 houses to take care of the waste management in that apartment. അപ്പൊ 50 വീടുകളില് വെൽ ഓഫ് ഫാമിലീസിൽ ഓർ ബെറ്റർ ലിവിങ് കണ്ടീഷനുള്ള ഫാമിലീസിൽ ഒരു പാവപ്പെട്ട കുടുംബത്തില് ലേഡി പോയിട്ട് അവിടെ ആ ചേച്ചിയോ അമ്മയോ പോയിട്ട് അവിടെ വേസ്റ്റ് എടുക്കുമ്പോ they are establishing a relation with this poor family with the high income group. അപ്പൊ they will take care of. അതിനകത്തൊരു 5% of the people maybe ഒരു മനുഷ്യപ്പറ്റുള്ളവരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പൊ അവര് they will take care of this 1%. അപ്പൊ അവര് ഇവർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള വസ്ത്രങ്ങള്, മെഡിസിൻസ്, all these things will be given by these people, and it will be a care and share also will happen in between. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ ഈ 2000 ആളുകളിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഇപ്പോൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നവരെല്ലാവരും തന്നെ I will protected by some of these people, well of families, by giving their service. അതാണ് ഇതിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു ചാമ്. സപ്പോസ് യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ഡംപ് ഇൻ ബ്രഹ്മപുരം ഒരു വെളപ്പിൽശാല ഓർ സം പ്ലേസസ്, will it happen or not? അവിടെ നമുക്ക് ചെലവുകൾ കൂടുതലാണ്. തന്നെയല്ല ഈ പറയുന്ന ആളുകളുമായിട്ടുള്ള റിലേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, അവരുടെ താല്പര്യങ്ങൾ സംരക്ഷിക്കപ്പെടില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് it is better to have a decentralized waste management to protect the people who are willing to do it. That is also one thing. You can also do yourself, but when they collectively, it can be done. Either when we have done this in Trikakara, people from the King's University of England, students came there and for studying it, we are giving some education to them. They appreciated it. They have sent some remarks on about it in their projects. They have implemented this. This is in Trikakara. Annu njangalku doesn't have any support from the government. അവിടെ ഷീറ്റ് ഇട്ടിട്ട് നമ്മൾ വേറെ ഷെഡൊക്കെ കെട്ടി അതിനകത്തൊക്കെ ഇരുന്നാണ് ഈവൻ ഭക്ഷണം ഇത്. ഇത് ടൈൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയപ്പോ അന്നത്തെ yes, you cannot. You want me to talk in English, so I can understand. So okay, so that this is the one thing. When we have made the tiles using the shredded plastic, the deputy mayor of Cochin, he has shown in this in the meeting at Janagiriya Shri Mission. We have made a Shri Mission like that in Edapalli. We have formed with the help of the these merchants of Edapalli. We have formed an organization in the name of Janagiriya Shri Mission, and in that we have shown this tile which we have made, and it has been it is displaying by the deputy mayor Manishankar at that time, that period, that is in 22/1/2009. That was it is 11 years before it has done. And deputy mayor has given one vehicle to me. Cochin Corporation has purchased 35 vehicles, and they have given one vehicle to me as if for handling the waste, collecting the waste. That was a great privilege. It is not for me, but it is for the Janagiriya Mission that has been given. I have taken it. The people who you are seeing is the Merchants Association members. And even people from Trivandrum, this mayor from Trivandrum, they came here in Cochin to witness this. And after that, we have introduced this waste management in now 250 apartment complexes in Trivandrum are managing by us. This when Valapilshala issue was that critical, mayor and along with these members of municipality came there here and they have seen it, witnessed it, and they asked me to implement it at Trivandrum. Still, we are doing it. That is the condition. And this is Technopark. That's Technopark, Savzares and Sheila Madam and all these people, all of you have seen this. This is a Technopark waste management. That is 50 biobins in one unit. And biogas plant is also there. 3 tons of food waste we are managing. 3 tons of food waste every day we were managing it. And 350 companies are working in near about 60,000 people are working there. Now, because of COVID, some of the companies are not functioning, or some of the people are working from the house, so that work from home and all these things are there. But even then, the plant is functioning very well. Whatever waste we are getting, we are managing it. And this is the plant where there is very close to the parking area in Tejaswini, nearer to Tejaswini building. Can you imagine that when Valapilshala or Brahmapuram people cannot stay nearer to 5 kilometers of it? Now this plant where the parking ground and Tejaswini building and some 12-story Tejaswini building where the companies are working, the plant is there only, very close to it doesn't have any smell, as just like a kitchen. That inside, if you are going, that kitchen smell will be there, nothing else. The crossing, and this is the mayor, previous mayor, now present MLA, came to the apartment, this our plant, and he is seeing it. It becomes a center of studies. This is Le Meridian Hotel, which is started in 2008. All the waste which is generating in Le Meridian Hotel, we are managing it from 2008. The lady who is standing is the Miss Mary, what you have seen that earlier. She is doing it, and she is a widow. Her husband died, and she could find out her bread out of all these things. And she is managing some near about 10 people in Le Meridian, and near about 25 ladies she is supervising in other apartment complexes. And this is something introduced at, it's a challenge. You can see that Thiruvananthapuram temple, where there is 12 lakhs people are visiting. Why I am telling this, why I am showing this is there a pollution? The reason for pollution, if somebody says that it is because of the population, it is, we have proved that it is not that. It is just because of the attitude of the people. Unless you change the attitude of the people, we cannot address this issue. You can see the collector, now the present IT secretary is there in the picture. All these people, we are in the uniform of this, and the NSS students have supported us, and we have introduced in Thiruvananthapuram temple that green protocol. When we introduced it, nobody has thrown the waste on the roads, and 12 lakhs people. Can just imagine within 10 days that much people are coming for pilgrim from all over Kerala, and you won't believe that 30 buses are coming every minute, tourist buses. People are pouring in like anything for getting darshan. That is in January, December, January seasons. And there we have introduced now for the last 4 years, this work is going on. Even the police people, we have asked them to wear the uniform to see, give a message. They came along with us. There are near about 500 police officers in that temple for controlling that 24 hours, controlling these people, pilgrims. And they came there. They also, the DSP, you can see the DSP there. They're all in the green uniform cooperated with us. This is the young military of our SCMS college, NSS students. They came there for IEC program. IEC program, it was there. You can see that the cinema star also is there in the picture. We are together. All these people came and motivated us, and there is IEC program for the pilgrims. 24 hours these students were there. The importance what we are giving, that the cooperation we are getting from each and every sector, you can see that if once we decide, it is very easy to manage the things. There is nothing impossible if we change our attitude. This is the manual what I told you earlier, Municipal Solid Waste Manager manual in 2000. And there is a Swachh Bharat book in which my article was come. These are this Municipal Solid Waste Manual. After 53 years of independence, we had a manual. Now, after that, how much time it is? 20 years past. Still, we have to travel a lot to reach that goal, to attain the goal. This type of seminars, I think that it will help us. A revolution to live eco-friendly. That is a clean India, green India. We are giving this message.
How to control the worms in the pot.
Yes. I think that there is this message is what is coming. I am not getting it in writing, but nearby I kept another laptop. That's why I'm seeing how to control the worms in pot composting. That's a question came. It's a very good question. The controlling of worms, it can be done by turning the pile. The worms are developed. The worms are developing. How the worms are developing? Because the eggs in the fly, eggs of the flies inside that waste, that is getting hatched. That is other so that what is happen is, what you will have to do is, we will not permit it. If you are turning it, just think, when you are keeping an egg for hatchery, then if you are taking it every day, it will not, the gravitational system and temperature, everything will change. So that it is the hatchery, it will not work. So like that, in this pot also, you can turn the pile. How to turn the pile? You are seeing a fork there inside there, This for you, in that we have shown you a fork in the pot system. The turning process, we are doing the turning process to see that it is with the materials what we are putting inside that is turning every day. This is the turning process. This turning process, if you are doing it every day, when you are mix it with the new waste and old waste, then the worms will not come up. Suppose it happened, the worms came out from that, and you are seeing that the worms are formed. Brown worms, you don't worry. Brown worms, it is a part of it. It is nematodes. It will eat the waste inside that, and it will die within 5 days. That will not come out. But you don't do anything for that. But if you are seeing that white worms, which is jumping, that worms, you apply some turmeric or chili powder, then it will die, it will all right. If it is already developed, that's the only way to control it. No need of applying any poison or anything. You can control. But that is the reason, the development of worms is the reason, because your turning is not done properly. You should do the turning process. Do not allow the eggs to hatch.
Sir,
Yes.
For the information of participants, I am sharing a few things in addition to what you said. And those are actually showing you some of the photographs of the waste management processing center at Technopark Trivandrum. We already visited that particular unit several times. We have seen how it is managing, how the waste is converting to biocompost and water-rich waste, how it is converting to biogas. All these things. It's actually a R&D center, research and development center. Students who participate in this program, they can come to this particular organization. You can see there with even you can from your college, you can come as a team. And one interesting thing I want to share with you is normally we people think that there will be lot of smell there in the waste management center. But I tell you that this particular Joseph sir, he's the director of this particular organization. His office is actually a part of the building processing unit, and he's staying there only. Sometimes when we come there for this meetings, programs, he continue for 2 or 3 days, and his bedroom, all these things within the waste processing unit, that building, there is no smell there. We have witnessed that one. So what I want to share with you is that our attitude should change. Normally, we people, India people, we have the throwaway culture. This riverside and the roadside are actually the dumping ground for the waste. So we have already seen some of the simple things like bio bin, bioport. His organization is actually a service provider to government of Kerala. He's actually a contributor to our Ujita mission, government of Kerala. So we have seen simple things like a bioport. This bioport costing around 2,500 degree, 2,500 rupees. You can purchase it in the market. Similar things are available. There are various companies offering this type of simple portable type mechanism. We can purchase it. We can keep it inside our home or just buy outside or front side of the home. Process it accordingly. What he said. There will not be any smell. Ultimately, after 25-30 days, the waste can be converted to a compost. So the compost can be used for our gardening, our own in our own house, or we can sell it in the market. So lot of possible benefits are there. We can generate money, can generate revenue out of the waste. So bioport by IOBIN, I would say one of the recommended method for the biodegradable waste management in Kerala. Now, one question I already asked you, why we are not preferring landfill site in Kerala? Can you say something related to that one? Landfill site we are not preferring.
The question is to me?
To the audience, just why we are not.
Your question is to me? It's okay. Before answering to the question, you are telling about the attitude has to change, you know.
Yeah.
So that I'm showing you a picture. These are some of the people may be knowing about this picture, this write-up. Hard work is only 98%. We are doing a lot of hard work. It is 90. How to get a success? How to reach waste management success? This attitude only can be done. This hard work, it is only knowledge, only 96%. The marks and love, if you count it, it's only 54%. Luck, it is only 40. We are waiting for luck to come for waste management. It is only 47% success. It will be. I've done a lot of hard work, sir. I waited for a lot of luck and all this. It is not come into the picture. And the money, nobody is going to save with the money your work. Money is not a main thing for this. It is again the question is leadership. There are a lot of leaders are there. They are not leading you to the real conditions. Now, to get every problem has a solution only if we perhaps change our attitude to go to the top. That is what you are taught. That I am just highlighting it again. What we really need to go further a bit more. It is attitude. It only can. Is it okay, sir? You are telling about attitude. I just made it.
Yeah. So our attitude should change. No doubt about it.
You are asking about people.
Actually,
Huh?
instead of the throwaway culture, in the new generation, I think it's better to change the attitude of the new generation instead of the
Yes.
old generation.
That is
So,
why that is for your whole effort is for that,
yeah. Actually, we organize this course for the new generation, for the students. At their home, they can change the attitude. Instead of throwing away the waste, they can keep the bio bins, bio pot there. We can segregate the waste at the source itself. Two or three, suppose 2 or 3 bins are there. They can put the biodegradable one bin, then the non-bio papers on another bin, then the plastics and metals on another bin. So segregation of waste at the source itself is possible. Now the question is, the biodegradable waste can be converted to, as I mentioned earlier, biocompost. You have shown one example of biopot there. Similar pots are available in the market. You can purchase it and convert it to biocompost, and you can use at home itself. Now the non-biodegradable material, what we have to do, that you have to give the answer. Sujita Mission already sanctioned a lot of service providers throughout Kerala from north to south, and you can hand over these non-biodegradable material once in a month to the service providers. They will take care of it. They will hand over it to some other agency outside Kerala. Maybe it is going to Hyderabad, Bangalore, all these places. Or as you shown earlier, it can be, for example, plastics can be shredded, it can be used for tarring, or it can be recycled, reused. A lot of other things are there, but the customers need not worry about how to convert all these things. We have to segregate the waste at the source itself. Should not throw away. Should not throw away into the riverside or roadside. Segregate the source itself. At least you can convert the bio waste into biocompost and hand over the non-biodegradable waste to the service providers, maybe, or you can hand over to the corporation or municipality authorities. They will come and collect it. So this is one thing I want to share right now, sir.
Your question, shall I answer your question that why landfill site? Why not a landfill site?
Yeah.
Acha, this
Please.
landfill site, we should understand that the Kerala is experiencing 180 days rainfall. And our rivers are flowing from east to west. And most of the towns you can see that very close to the sea. Most of the towns, other than Munnar and all, Palkad and all these, the towns are very nearer to the sea level also. So the waste what you are dumping where? In Todupuzha, we can see the waste is dumping near to on top of the river side only. And in Kodamangalam also, the dumping ground is very close to the river. Like that, when you are taking that, wherever it is, the dumping grounds are, Brahmapuram is the marshy land. Yes, they have filled the marshy land and the dumping ground is there. So when we are filling it, dumping the material somewhere, the dumping is happening, landfilling is happening without any secured method. In fact, the solid waste management manual is telling hazardous material can be filled, can be sent to the landfill, secured landfilling. How many places the secured landfilling is? What is secured landfilling? Secured landfilling means you should have a big concrete tank in which it has to be lined very well, by which the filled materials, secretions or slurry should not percolate to the inside the land. The underground water should not join to the underground water. But nowhere in Kerala there is a secured landfill. In Brahmapuram, nearer to that our FSCT, there is a landfilling site, but it is not a secured landfilling. It is industrial landfilling is done there. For the namesake, they have done some tanks and all these things. Finally, it is what is happening. Even your plastics people are standing there and is now getting filled. 25 acres or something like that, it has been kept apart for the industries to send their waste. So secured landfilling can be there for the hazardous material or some other material, industrial waste, which is going to create problems there is only a temporary arrangement, I may say. Otherwise, if it is going to be a main arrangement in the 640 kilometer length and 240 kilometer breadth of Kerala, where there is people are staying thickly populated areas we are having. There's in the rainfall time, these water will be the hilly areas. This landfill material will be coming. You can see even these septic tanks are not advisable to Kerala, I may say, because you can just imagine in Kuttamuda, Kodamangalam area, there was hepatitis B was come out, and people are finding that how it has come. Earlier, the people who are drinking toddy, that it is through the toddy it has come. But when the ladies got it, then there was no explanation. Finally, it has been found that from Kuttamuda, Kodamangalam, and all these areas, in the hilly areas, when the rainfall is high, the septic tanks leakage came to the wells, and most of the wells are with these coliform bacteria. So that that is because of the septic tanks. If it is a big landfill, you can just imagine what will be the big bombs under that earth. It may flow to that. In 2018, when the tsunami has, when this flood has come, from Adimari to that side, all the waste dumped that has come to Varapuda side. It has reached to the airport, Nedumbasheri airport, Kaladi area, and Malatur area, through Periyar. It has reached to Paravur and Varapuda area, and their dumped material, all dumping grounds got cleared in the 1918 August flood. That is why the dumping is not safe. Dumping is not safe. We have to do it. Industrial materials should be transferred to industry, and biodegradable material has to be transferred to converted to at source to compost. That is the suggestions.
Okay, sir. Actually, Kerala is a narrow stretch of land with average width 60 kilometers. We have highland, midland, lowland region, and high population density. We don't have much land, wasteland, for example, for converting into a landfill site. Now we have to follow the guidelines given by Minister of Environment and Forest, Government of India. There are certain conditions to be satisfied to convert a land to wasteland. As you pointed out earlier, it's correct. But due to high rainfall, all these things, water table will be going up. So there are chances of leachate from the, if it is not a secured land due to the, if we are not following the real engineered structures, it's not possible to securely collect the leachate from that area. Brahmapuram is a typical example. We have been facing. I visited that particular site a few months back also. I have seen how the leachate is coming out. They cannot properly collect the leachate from the site itself. So landfill site is not recommendable to Kerala. Similarly, what about the incineration and the pyrolysis process, burning of the waste? I think it's due to the high moisture content. It's not recommended for the burning process. Is it so, sir? Why we are not recommending
incineration? Incineration is a shifting of pollution from one place to the other, to the air, from the ground to the air. That is the incineration. I think it is happening like that. So that I may advise you, if there is no other alternative, just only for this this sanitary napkin, only for our sanitary napkins and this diapers or some materials like that. If there is no other alternative, say less troublesome like that, you can suggest, but it is not a that advisable. If you can avoid it, that is better. I will show you one electronic waste processing method. This is what is happening in Bangalore. This is a recycling process of electronic waste. Youngsters may be very much interested for this.
E-waste or waste from electronic and electrical equipment, popularly known as WEEE, is waste products ranging from television sets, computers, laptops, servers, mobile phones, etc. Embedded in components are toxic components like lead, cadmium, mercury, and brominated flame retardants. All these need to be handled with extreme caution. The challenge of e-waste management is now drawing global attention. Study of life cycle assessment and obsolescence rates have estimated that e-waste generation by 2011 may touch 476,000 metric tons, of which personal computers account for 56,324 metric tons. By 2016 to 2018, volume of obsolete personal computers in developing nations will reach 400 to 700 million units, far more than from developed countries at 200 to 300 million units. In India, hazardous waste from electronic waste is growing exponentially. Projected estimations indicate that in India, it is likely to rise 500% by 2020. A survey conducted by e-Parisara has revealed that in Bangalore, per capita generation of e-waste is about 19 kilograms. Now the concern is how e-waste is being shipped to the developing and underdeveloped countries, and how ignorant people are encountering and handling it there. I do not want e-waste here. Let it go somewhere. This attitude of the developed countries should change. Unfortunately, 95% of the e-waste enters the unorganized sector, where the resources are recovered unscientifically without caring for environmental norms. Besides poor efficiency recovery, recycling of e-waste by the informal sector is unregulated. Toxic metals and poisons enter the bloodstream during the laborious process only to collect tiny quantities of precious metals. Workers dip their bare hands in the chemicals for long hours. Safety gear and ventilation are unheard of, and workers, many of them children, often have little knowledge of what they are handling. Remnants discharged into open drains pollute soil, water, and air. In India, in the light of our waste management legacy, solution gains complexity. Basically, e-waste, in addition to the valuable metals, contains metals like tin, aluminium, and copper. E-waste also contains many toxic substances like lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, etc. Realizing an urgent need to take a holistic approach to find a sustainable solution and to address environmental issues, for the first time in India, a humble beginning was made by e-Parisara. E-Parisara, India's first e-waste recycling facility, is located about 50 kilometers from Bangalore city in Thiruvananthapuram and is functioning in an industrial area just adjacent to the Pune-Bangalore National Highway. Accredited with ISO 14001.
This is one innovative work done by Mr. Parsardi, that is for information. I think that is an educative information.
Yeah, seems to be good, sir. Tomorrow we'll have a talk on e-waste and hazardous waste management by one resource person from Pollution Control Board. And what about you have any remaining slide, or shall I ask something related to or conclude the session with highlighting? Sir, one question regarding for one participant, Mr. Arun Babu, is asking a question: will there be an issue of leachate coming out of the FRP tank composting? FRP tank composting. FRP tank composting. Arun Babu is there in this? I don't know. Arun Babu, he's from MG University, Kottayam, I think. Okay. I think the FRP tank means, is it the bio bin?
You may be asking about the bio bins. Bio bins, leachates to come from the bio bins, there should be some water inside that. In fact, there will not be any water. In fact, there will not be any water in this bio bins, because we are controlling the water in the bio bins when we are putting the materials. And the remaining water, suppose if you are this watermelon and all these items, some pumpkins or some items, we are going there inside this. the water will get evaporated when the this thing is bacteria is working on it. It will get evaporated. So there will not be any water oozing out from that. And we have already kept a pipe on that, a pipe under that, to see whether any water is coming out. Once the water is coming out, that we will be reducing. We will be adding some dry compost inside that. We will be adding some dry compost in that to reduce the water flowing out. That is the mechanism will be there. As you have come and seen that in Technopark, that every day we are attending to that, I'll show a picture of the students' program as a encouragement to that IEC program. It's a part of the IEC program. I can show a picture, video of the students.
Okay, sir. Okay, please.
One second, I'm taking. The video is not playing. The video is not playing, sir. If there is any doubt, I can clear it in between.
Okay, sir. I think nobody is asking no for other questions. So let us conclude this forenoon session. I think. Shall I conclude this forenoon session, sir? If there is no questions
sir.
in the. Okay.
Yes,
So my dear participants, so far we have had a very inspiring session on a topic entitled "Solution for Eco-Friendly Economical Waste Management at Source" by a very eminent personality in this field. As I mentioned earlier, a very practicing waste processing manager, Shri Joseph sir. He has been doing this work for the past 30 years. Whatever topic he has given here, the photographs, all these things, mostly based on his research, based on his findings from the R&D Center at Technopark Trivandrum and also at Moonjely. So he is a very reliable person to approach how to manage the waste in Kerala. He has clearly shown us the various types of waste management, the segregation at the source itself, our waste, our responsibility, what is the slogan we have to uphold. Our motto should be like that. We have to treat the waste at the source itself. So the segregation he has shown us, then how to convert the waste into suitable products. As far as Kerala is concerned, he has shown that landfill sites are not suitable for waste management due to the peculiar physico-climatic conditions of Kerala, and incineration and pyrolysis are not suitable only for the napkins, all these things we can go for like that. The most suitable waste management techniques, particularly for the biodegradable waste, more than 60% of the waste in Kerala is biodegradable waste. So the less water biodegradable waste can be converted to compost by means of biocomposting techniques, and the water saturated biodegradable waste can be processed by means of biomethanation process. In this, biogas can be generated. So biocompost and biogas are two actually products that we get in Kerala as a result of the waste processing. This is what I understand is the most suitable waste management technique as far as biodegradable waste in Kerala is concerned. So the non-biodegradable waste, it can collect at the source itself and it can be handed over to the service providers or the corporation or municipality. So this is the nutshell of this forenoon sessions program. The take-home message is very simple. Don't throw away the waste. Treat the waste at the source itself. Segregate into different compartment. You can purchase any biopod, simple things. maybe you can shell out around 2,000 rupees. You can purchase, keep it at the home, or you can start this waste management practice at your home or your college or wherever you are working. So each and every person, once you change our attitude, we can convert Kerala into a paradise. We should not get any waste on the banks or rivers and roads. So with these few words, I thank Joseph sir for the inspiring address regarding the solution for the waste management, particularly for Kerala, and also for sharing your valuable time with us. And thanks for the wonderful sites and the videos. So let us stop here. I thank the participants for your active participation, for sharing the questions, all these things. Today afternoon, we have another interesting session for the young budding environmental scientist, because once you complete your MSc program, you should learn something, some green skill technology. So one thing we are offering is actually preparation of project proposal on waste management. So after completing your MSc program, if you get a chance to prepare a waste management proposal for a small company, for a college or a school, you should know what are the modalities to be followed. So Joseph sir is a really suitable person to showcase such projects. We have done a very wonderful project proposal for Kerala University as a role model, how to prepare the waste management proposal. So we need to know so many things. Since most of the students participate in the program are environmental science students, I request all of you to join at 2 p.m. itself. We will have a nearly 1 hour session on how to prepare the project proposal for a waste management in connection with any organization, schools, and colleges. This will be useful for you for appearing any interview in the field of environmental science when you plan to work as an environmental officer or environmental engineer or environmental technical programmer in any organization, whether it's a government organization or non-government organization. So once again, I thank you, Joseph sir, for the nice presentation interaction. Thank you all the participants for the active participation. Thank you all and all. Now we are actually breaking for lunch. Actually, this is a virtual conference. I cannot provide you lunch. So this is the lunch break session. So we will reassemble here at 2 p.m. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.